Hi and welcome to West Yorkshire Shooting Sports. Today we're having a look at an unboxing of the products from Alpha Kilo Accord, who have very kindly sent me the Alpha Elite chassis system for centerfire rifles. So if I just flip this box around and open it, we're going to see what we've got in the box. So just in the box it describes the Alpha Elite is the multiple world championship winner. Alpha Elite chassis system was designed for enthusiastic marksmen wanting to enhance their competitive target shooting, NRL and PRS. Alpha Kilo chassis have a patent-pending internal weight mounting system which offers a discreet look, ensuring the balance of your rifle is set up to your liking. The buttstock has been redesigned for better weight distribution and improved structural strength, while still offering an ergonomic and fully adjustable stock which allows you to tailor a better fit for accuracy and speed when getting behind your scope. The barricade stop has been redesigned by extending its length and having an obtuse angle close to 90 degrees, helping to save time when acquiring your target. The chassis is engineered to improve rigidity and accuracy using 6082 aircraft grade aluminium. When you get behind the chassis and take up a sight, you will feel more secure connection between you and your rifle. The action is embedded on an aluminium block with a free floating barrel. So, in the box we have the details of what is actually in the box. We have this beautiful cut foam with the Alpha Kilo Accord logo in it. Put that there. And then we have the chassis itself. So, we'll pull this out in bits and show you everything sort of individually. So we have the buttstock part of the chassis system, which is fully adjustable, both in length of pull, and your cheek piece can obviously go up and down as well. And that attaches with two bolts here that go into the main chassis. We then have the chassis itself. So this is absolutely beautiful. I think the colour code of this is on the side of the box. If I just flick this round, it is gunmetal silver is this colour. And there we have the chassis itself with the pistol grip and the mag release there, and there is the bolts to hold the buttstock on. We then have this piece, which this goes on the front here, so you can mount your rangefinders, you can mount obviously stuff on top. Now that is optional, you don't have to put that on if you don't want, but I will be. We have a Picatinny plate which will go under here. So we've got Picatinny rail. That is the bag rider, I believe, so that actually screws on under here, so that you've got the bag rider. We have, that's everything, it is, that's everything. And then we have the screws for the actual pieces. So that's everything in the box. Now, if we just put this together, what I'm going to do, through the magic of editing, I'm going to put this together and show you the complete assembly. So keep watching, we'll be back in a second. And there we go, through the power of editing, the chassis is now assembled. Now I have opted not to mount the Picatinny rail for now, because I will be using my tripod for this, which has an Arca mount. So the good thing about this chassis is it is loaded full of features, and like I say, it's completely adjustable. So we'll work from the back to the front and showcase all the different features of this chassis system. So, with regards to the butt plate or the shoulder pad, this is fully adjustable. Simply unscrew that and that will move up and down. To adjust the length of pull, you have this winder wheel here, which you just rotate and that will extend the length of pull. For your cheek height, you again have a winder wheel, which you just wind and that adjusts the height, so that adjusts your level with your scope, and obviously you want to get your cheek as close to the level of the scope as possible. Now we're going to be mounting a Howa 1500 22-250 in this chassis, so this is designed for the Howa action. Now, like I say, this is the back end, so the bit that you'll actually be on top of, and that's held in with 2 screws, as you can see there. Moving up, we've got the pistol grip, which is internally held in with a bolt in there. And then you have the thumb rests, which are ambidextrous, so they are on both sides. Pulling up, we've got the trigger well, which is nice and big. If you're wearing gloves, you can fit nicely in there. And you've got the mag release there. Moving along the front, we have a full-length arc rail with M-lock fittings there. And we have, up front, which I have mounted temporarily in here. I don't know whether I am going to keep this or not. This is for if you're using any other optics, for instance, or if you want to put your laser rangefinder on top of here, if you're using the Vortex style system. You've got venting along here to help cool your barrel, and like I say, this helps keep your rifle completely and utterly free floating. So it mounts in the 2 holes in there. Now the Alpha system, they will send you out the bolts you require. However, with the Howa, you actually just use the factory bolts for this system, so you don't need any extra bolts. If you do need them, specify what you need with Alpha Kilo and they will send them out with your order. However, this one, like I say, will be using the factory bolts. It doesn't have any bolts with it. That is basically the Alpha Kilo Accord Alpha Elite chassis. What I'll do is I'll mount the rifle in it and I'll get a picture at the end of this showing you how this looks with the Howa physically fitted in it. And yeah, we'll... the next part of this video, so it won't be linked to this video, it will be another video, will be physically fitting the rifle on this, and we'll showcase its accuracy in its original stock as opposed to it being in this chassis system, and we'll see how this thing performs. Thank you for watching. If you do want one of these, please go directly to Alpha Kilo Accord's website, which I'll link below, and you can pick what options are available for your rifle, and you can also specify the colour. They do custom orders, but you will need to contact them directly to do that. But yeah, basically this is the Alpha Kilo Accord Alpha Elite. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, look out for the next one. So following on from the actual, obviously discussing the chassis itself, we've got the complete setup here, and this is how I'm going to be fielding this rifle. Now, the interesting thing, what we started off with, I'll put a picture up here so I can show you how the rifle looked before we put it in the chassis. This is a Howa model 1500. It's about a 2022-24 model, stainless 22-250, and it came with the Hogue stock, which I'm not a big fan of. It's quite rubbery. I just didn't like it. Now, after having the conversation with Alpha Kilo, obviously they have sent this, and the interesting thing, if you look at the channel, this chassis is actually the background colour for a lot of my product images. So this is really special to me, and he never did this on purpose. He just sent me out a colour that he thought I might like. However, this thing is absolutely stunning. For the price of this chassis, I don't think you can really go wrong. If you look at the price of the MDTs, for instance, you're talking £1,000 for an ACC. This retails for around 600, and it's just amazing. You know, the quality of the kit when you put it together. You've got M-lock underneath, you've got the full-length arcer along here with the barricade stop. You know, the trigger well is nice and big so you can fit your gloves in there. Like I say, it's as simple as, especially with the Howa model, because it takes the original bolts. You take 2 bolts out, one here and one sort of down here, out of the original stock, and drop the action straight into this one, 2 bolts in, and there you go, it's in the chassis. Now, look, running through what we've got here, so obviously the Alpha Kilo Accord Alpha Elite chassis here. It comes exactly as it is here. It does have a Picatinny rail, which I've not got mounted at the moment, which mounts internally, and it basically points out the end here. I haven't got that because I'll be running this on a tripod or on a mount on the table, so I don't need a Picatinny rail at the moment. However, we have on this, we've got the Wildcat Evolution 22 caliber moderator up front. We have the HIC Micro 4K on top, which is, this is my personal scope, and I'll be following this up with a video. There is an unboxing video earlier on in the channel. Like I say, actually in the chassis is a Howa model 1500 22-250 stainless, and this just looks absolutely magnificent. I'm so happy with this. I'm pretty much going to be having a conversation with Alpha Kilo Cord about this actually staying on the channel and the rifle staying as it is, because I am really happy with how this has come out. And I think because this rifle, the rifle itself is going to stay on the channel. It's going to be a test rifle, so this is configured how I want it. But when I get different scopes out, they'll obviously be going on this rifle to test on that. So the bigger scopes will be going on this, and I've also got another rifle which I'll be doing a video on, which will follow up to this one, but I won't divulge too much into that. But yeah, do I think this is worth it? Well, if you're looking for a chassis for your centerfire rifle, I would definitely look up Alpha Kilo Accord, because for the money you get complete adjustability. The thumb rests are included, the adjustable cheek piece is included, the adjustable backrest, the adjustable bag rider. Everything is adjustable on this, and everything is included in the price. You can, if you want, you can ask for special colours. Obviously that's at an extra charge, but there's a lot of different colour options with these, and I think for the money you cannot go wrong with Alpha Kilo Accord. I'll drop a link on the bottom of the video for you if you do want to get one of these for your own rifle. You can check what fitment they've got and whether your rifle will fit. And I know they're looking to widen their margin and get out. So if you are interested in one, please go have a look at Alpha Kilo Accord. They're on Instagram. They are obviously on their website, which I'll drop a link to below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you are interested in the Alpha Kilo Accord, like I said, go to the website. But you'll see more of this on the channel, so I'll be sharing videos and pictures of this while I'm using it, and we'll do probably a follow-up video showing sort of a bit of accuracy with this thing, showing it mounted in a tripod and stuff, and we'll see if we can get it out on some ranges and actually stretch this out and see how accurate this chassis can be. The good thing about this over the standard chassis, sort of stock should I say, because it wasn't in a chassis before, it was in a stock. The stock it had was a lightweight one. This is more of a heavy one, so it is a lot heavier than the standard stock, but that'll take any recoil out of this, and there's not a lot from a 22-250 anyway. I'm looking forward to getting this on the range. I'll share some pictures of it out on the range, and I'll put a picture up, like I say, of how it looked before, and we'll get a side-by-side of before and after. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a like, and if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, if you do subscribe to the channel, you see many of the other things coming on the channel. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.